What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And like the video title says, what next for Saitama? We're going to talk about it all in this video, where the price is going to go and what they've got coming up. So make sure you subscribe to the channel for daily cryptocurrency content. Give it a thumbs up. Let's get this to 100 likes. I want to see that wolf pack smashing that thumbs up. So let's take a look at the price. 7196 is today's price on Saitama. 6.21% down, and ultimately it hasn't got the best looking chart. We're on the 2-hour chart here. We'll move it to the 1-day chart just because it kind of gives us a better overall picture of it. So we obviously know this huge pump at the start was all around the expectations of Saitama into this culminating at this absolute peak here of the Vegas event back in November, which we all know didn't quite go as according to plan. And since then, we've kind of traded sideways or genuinely on a down movement, bringing us to the 7196 price. Now, a lot of people talked that it wouldn't gain a zero, and it did, and it kind of kept going down there. I don't think we fully found the floor yet, but I don't think it's going to go much further. That's just my opinion. We have seen some trends where we've seen some news come on. So we saw the Binance interview that kind of didn't really happen. We then saw the onboarding of like the marketing wallet through the CMSN, the commission, and then equally a few other bits around a lot of the exchanges. So OKX, DigiFinX, Bitrue, we saw a kind of plethora of exchanges land on Saitama. If you take a look at some of the numbers, 11.5 million in liquidity, 2.8 million in volume is actually better than it has been. It's been down at kind of 1.2, $381 million market cap. And I remember this, that one point was a $2 billion market cap project. Holders 360,990, which is growing, although it is slowing. If we bring the Etherscan, we're still at about 700, maybe just slightly less in terms of new holders coming to the project. You can see that the burn wallet, while we're on this, is up around the 56.7%. So $405 million has already been burnt. So that's kind of the chart. Well, look, what have we got? And I guess I'll bring you back to the chart a little bit in a second. So we did get this from Russ. Quick shout out to the CMSN for continually donating a majority of their marketing funds to Inu Saitama in the last week. We've used those funds to do some Saitama buybacks, add LP to Saitamask, and pay for a few centralized exchange listings and scale out our infrastructure within Saitamask. I don't really know what that means, if I'm totally honest. And I think, you know, I've talked a lot about Saitama and what they need to do and this whole transparency thing. So I know a few people gave me a bit of shit on one of my videos around the marketing wallet and equally the kind of price it. But ultimately, they just need to be honest. They need to be open and they need to be transparent in terms of what they're doing. If they are selling tokens that they bought themselves, then that's up to them. No one would criticize anyone for doing that, but I think they do need to be transparent around it. And again, when we talk about we're putting LP into Saitamask, we're putting LP into, you know, what token is that? Is that Saita Realty to kind of get that sorted? Or what is it? I think they just need to be a little bit more transparent with it. If they've been paying for certainly for centralized exchanges, hopefully we're going to see a big centralized exchange, or certainly tipping into that tier 1 infrastructure where we start to see some of them. So again, but good shout out from us that's doing that. And then we also have this. Thanks for all the listening to me. Grab, I'm assuming that's meant to be, for a few hours last night on Twitter Space regarding Dex Tools update. Here's a sneak peek of what we're working on since they're taking a while. Saita Realty in Inu Saitama. So I'm assuming this is the Saitamask desktop app that I know they're working on to bring out. So here's the thing. Is this the biggest thing we need right now? And if it's just going to pull data, then fine. I hope that is all it's going to do. And I think if I was them, or I was telling them what I thought, I would just stick to a view or a portal to look at the blockchain. Let's not make it feasible to buy anything on it. I think right now, get it on, get it working, but just allow people to track. Don't allow purchases. Don't allow swaps. Keep swap to Saitamask, because there is still plenty of problems with that. We know WAGMI went on sale on Saitamask the other day. Hopefully Lucky Roo's not going to be far behind, and then we'll see what happens in terms of tokens. But certainly for me, they need to keep this as a viewpoint as opposed to being able to purchase it. It's just another complexity, another potential problem that I think Saitama don't need. Here's the thing. When we look at the chart, and a lot of people saying, well, you know, it's going to pump to it, you know, it's absolutely going to go insane. Here's why I think it hasn't found the floor yet, and certainly why I think there is some more room to grow. We are not seeing huge investor money coming to Saitama. So I'm talking 100 ETH buys, 50, 60, 70 ETH buys, real big capital that's coming into it. If anything, we're seeing it a little bit go the other way. The biggest buy we've had in the last 24 hours was this morning at 5.29. It was a 33 ETH buy, and we can see the transaction is at the top here. 13.5 trillion tokens were purchased. Now, and again, this is pure speculation. I'm not a contract reader, but certainly as I kind of go through this, I don't think it's a private wallet. I think it's maybe a small exchange, and it could be part of this, tweet that we saw that Russ tweeted out. There's over $1 million in this wallet, of certainly very close to it. You can see, look, 124 ETH here, 379k in value, and then 427 over 47 different assets. And you can see here that a lot of it is buying in. When we click on the whole transactions, it basically does just do something with Saitama. That's it. So you can see all of these are kind of dust tokens. And then we get down here, we got Saitama, we got a little bit of Kwakami, whatever that is, but then Saitama out, Saitama out, Saitama out. Are these people paying for things? Hence why I think it's maybe either a dev wallet, a marketing wallet, or an exchange wallet. As you can see, these are very exact numbers, and we take a look at some of these. They're about 10k, so whether they're paying for something, and then look, Deku Inner we know was also on Saitamask. So still a bit of a challenge in terms of the price, still some work to do. Again, the dev team just need to be honest, transparent, and start to really deliver. I think Lucky Roo is the next challenge. Wagme feels like it landed pretty well. I've not seen tons of issues in terms of Wagme, only the fact that there's still some problems with Saitamask. But I think we're going to go a little bit lower. I think when the market recovers, we will see a strong movement, and I think that's where Saitama need to absolutely land it perfectly. Some big tokens, some core stable tokens, maybe some altcoins on there. Land it at once, drop with a big centralized exchange like Russ is tweeting out. As the market really starts to recover, I think we could see some very strong upmove movement. Do I think we're going to get back up to the all-time high level? It's going to take a very, very long time. It's going to take a very, very strong-willed dev team and community. And I think right now, people are looking to move some money out of Saitama. Just my opinion, hence why the price has dropped to 7196. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. As ever, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.